drip, you can see me leak.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Titans, gain of 12. They'll run it again with Henry. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
But you look at this defense.
This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Tennessee.
Off the play fake, Love. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Now Love. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another
first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
First down, going to the air with Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Love, and that's incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
At the 47-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 30. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now the flip side is, if you take...
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Love.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And this drive is almost over before it Great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
I tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Now on fourth down, is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played a first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Here's second and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they can't bring him down.
And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Ready?
Play fake. Here's Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Hall in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On third down, Henry. He gets away from one. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17.
Holding. Receiving team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown.
And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A second down throw for Love. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Tackled that time by Derek Hall. 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Love with it. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. For the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. That's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Huskies will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I believe they'll buzz down. They're going to take another look at this play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. There he goes, left side. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talk about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Henry up the middle. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. A strong running. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Love. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On now is the Titans punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rio offense set to take over. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about that night years ago in basketball. Getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, There's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
19-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Looking to throw. He completes this to Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards, maybe put more points on the board, they're happy that they kept it and did that. So very interesting deal there, but I'm with you on that one. Maybe he just says, what the heck, we can't lose. Let's go ahead and keep trying to win or add to our lead.
Ready?
Love now on second down. He gets this one to Burks. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready?
Off the play fake, Love. In trouble, and he's taken down. Derek Hall in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Titans 14.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
First down, Titans.
Yellow, line, blue, check, switch, yellow, black swap.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he will have a Titans first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. First down, Love to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Cockrell holds it in left side. Touchdown, Titans. Chigga Cockrell, 32 yards. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The fourth quarter felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Huskies have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. First down, going to the air with Love. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Let's go.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Second down, Love. It's complete, Burks.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Cam Smith drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Take it at the 37. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the Titans' 34-yard line.
19 tight. Scoop.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
21.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going to.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
Love now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire...
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. Now the Rio offense set to take over.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. They'll look to throw. Toward the goal line, caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%. But it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready?
Throwing. Love. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant